It's summertime here in the beautiful Colorado Rockies, so there's no better time to get outside and enjoy some true Western hospitality. Grab your cowboy hats because we're headed for a rough and tumble, steer-open adventure. That's right, I'm going to show you how Dude and Guest Ranches can offer a down-home rustic vacation and even be a 5-star experience. We're headed west, just over 100 miles northwest of Denver in search of some country fun. It's a trip back in time to explore the Wild West and some of the most picturesque settings around. We'll take you inside a traditional dude ranch, talk to some real cowboys, and even show you how Home on the Range can offer up more high-end accommodations. From horseback rides through the valley, to learning the ropes, and even afternoons by the pool, there's just about something for everyone, including the little cowpokes. And even if you're a city slicker like me, you'll feel right at home on the ranch. Dude and Guest Ranches offer a week filled with outdoor activity, quality rest and relaxation, and some of the best country cooking around. And yes, we'll definitely sample some of that gourmet grub. All this and so much more. So saddle up, because we're going to Dude Ranch. Hi, I'm travel journalist Ron Stern, and today we're just a quick drive away from city comforts in search of some old-time Western fun. So first, a little bit about the history of Dude Ranches and how they've become a favorite vacation destination. Historically, ranch hospitality was extended to those, known as dudes, who got stranded on the open range. The idea of Dude Ranches started in the 1880s, when Europeans and Americans sought the Western fun and excitement they had only read about. So they headed west to the Colorado Rockies. Today, Dude Ranches offer more than just room and board. It's a modern-day taste of the Old West, just like in the movies. So what better place to get our hands dirty than one of Colorado's oldest continuously operating guest ranches, the Bar Lazy J. So Jerry, somebody like me, who's never been to a Dude Ranch before, comes to a ranch, what can I kind of expect?
Well, as far as an experience, what I would hope is that it's going to be one that is going to give you an experience that's totally different than the rest of the year, and that's what we offer is a week's program. And in that week, we try to put you in a place and have you doing things that'll put you in a relaxed state and just give you that 1 week, that might be the only week you'll have where you can just get away. We don't have the phones, we don't have internet service, we don't have TVs in the cabins, and a lot of people are at first a little apprehensive about that, and then they realize after a few days they're still alive, they could live without it.
So this is a ranch, and I guess people come here because they're expecting kind of a Western experience. What sorts of activities and things can they kind of see and do that kind of fit that theme?
We can offer you a lot to do. We have a menu of activities as long as my arm, or we have guests that come here just for us feeding them, taking care of their cabins, letting them sit by the river, read books all day, or just take little hikes. And then we have some guests who just are nonstop. They're hiking, rafting, biking, horseback riding, fishing in the river.
And I noticed when people go on these trail rides, maybe for the first time, they've seen some scenery that they could never have seen anywhere else in the city or any other parts of the country except maybe right here.
People who come here come mostly from the city. There's not this kind of Western look. I mean, yeah, you can get it a little bit. Right. So that's just, again, part of trying to provide them that week in a totally different environment. And that's done in, not only in our service, but, in our scenery and in our, the way we decorate the ranch and landscaping and, of course, horseback riding and being able to see, God's country we have around here from the back of a horse is, certainly a big factor.
So Jerry, I was looking through some of your books in the other room and talking to some of the early guests, and I understand there's quite a bit of history connected with this ranch.
There is. In fact, that was one of the attractions to us when we came out here, is this ranch, Bar Lazy J, is the oldest continuously operating guest ranch in Colorado. Wow. Now, there's a lot of ranches that might be older, but as far as continuously having guests here, we've been taking guests since 1912. Wow. And we have, log books that we can prove, that right. For every year since 1912, there's been guests that stayed here.
For over 100 years, ranches have been offering up good old Western hospitality to their visitors. No matter the ranch, you can surely count on the typical Western flair, but depending on the ranch you choose, you may have a range of accommodations. Traditional ranches offer up anything from cozy one-bedroom cottages to two-room cabins complete with quaint porches. For an additional cost, you can also reserve lodge-style cabins complete with living areas and room for the entire family. Some ranches blend country comforts with amenities you're typically likely to find only in upscale hotels. No matter your taste, you'll find the friendly and warm hospitality that guest ranches offer. Ranches are typically a week's all-inclusive stay filled with food, fun, and activity in the great outdoors. There's no doubt that one of the biggest draws of the Dude Ranch experience is spending some quality time in the great outdoors. For most, that's on horseback. Coming up next, it's time to hop in the saddle and work on some cowboy basics.